Welcome to sunny Denmark. It is December 8th and my name is Berner, and I just want to take you on a small tour to look at my bonsais. They are all now sitting in winter protection, so it's of course a little difficult in terms of seeing the trees in full scale, but let me just take you on a tour to see how I protect my trees during winter. There are of course many different ways to do this. The way I do it is that I mainly take them into my greenhouse, also in my pavilion, and some are protected where they will not be having any frost. But I had this year to build a more interim solution for some of the trees because I have lately made quite a few rock plantings. So this is this interim shelter, and as you can see, it's not very pretty, but hopefully it is effective. So these are some of the rock plantings. Have another one sitting here. This one is made out of featherstone, the same type of stone that Kimura used for making his stones. It's fairly heavy. This one is approximately 50 kilos, whereas some of the other rocks are made over here are less heavy. They are approximately 20 kilos, so they are easier to move around. I normally collect my trees from nature or purchase at garden center and then develop them myself. That takes a bit longer time, but that's the way I like to do bonsai. However, I do now and again purchase trees. I have a nice Sabina cascade sitting here, purchased at Bonsai Center from my good friend Rafael at Mallorca. I can definitely recommend his shop. Pay them a visit at the internet. I have a big tanuki sitting back here, and some small azospurs down here, and also a nice mugo from the Alps. It needs some cleanup. And then I have out here the bonsai garden, which is empty for bonsai right now. I only have some of the rocks, and I have one special rock here that I'm very fond of. It's a bit different compared to many of the other rocks I did, but this looks to me, in my mind, very much like the rocks you see in this special Chinese region, and I just wanted to try out something different. So the pot is actually from Kobayashi, collected in April when I joined the World Bonsai Convention. It's a Tokonam pot, very nice, I believe. And then we have some of the other rocks here, and behind this rock there's a big large forest planting from 1999 and a group of Acer palmatums. I will have to rebuild that during the spring and add a few more trees, and also have to work a bit on the slab I did quite a few years back. It has some severe damage from frost, so maybe I have to build a new one. So again, some of the rocks I've been doing. You can see those rocks at my page also, more details. And then I have the greenhouse, pretty packed up, not much space. Maybe you know that from your own winter protection of trees. You never seem to have enough space, and I'm about to run out of space now. This is a Silkova serrata forest that I did a few years back, developing quite well. And also I have some Pinus silvestris cascades collected up in Sweden this autumn. I cross my fingers that when we get around April, that they are still as green as they are now, and that they are alive. Unfortunately, it takes quite a long time for them to die and show that they are dying, but let's cross our fingers. I have some more silvestris sitting over here, nice and twisted, and I have another silvestris standing up here, an old one collected back in, I think it was 2002. Then I also have a nice Yamadori. This juniper from Japan, purchased by Danny Hughes, or from Danny Hughes quite a few years back, I think back in 2004, something like that. And a spruce from the Alps too. A red pine group. Here is a group planting or forest with different variety of trees. Fagus carnata, Acer palmatum, Stuvatium adelpha, I think it's Carpinus laxiflora, Acer desoyo, and so on. And over here I have a group planting of mountain maples that definitely did not succeed, so I need to redo this. It is sitting on a rock that I also did this spring, but the group planting is simply not in balance at all, so I need to redo this. It's all based on or made from air-layered trees, so I need to air-layer a few more, and then I think I'll establish the forest not on this rock but on a slab. Then I have a lot of smaller trees that I will use for the rock plantings. So a lot of Ituigavas, which I have just given the basic training. And yeah, I think they seem to come along quite well. There's a little one there, not so happy. I have a Categories here, and this is a Acer spruce. This is looking from the side. I think actually he's coming along quite nicely, sitting in a very large pot. And then back here we have a Ituigava that I purchased from Hotsumi at the World Bonsai Convention in April. And he said that I should pass on my best regards to Klaus Buddy, and then I got the tree for a very good price. That was a true bargain, so really appreciate that. Again, a Pinus silvestris and a big juniper. Need a lot of refinement, but yeah, I like that tree actually a lot. But both the foliage and the deadwood needs to be worked a bit. Also a Pinus silvestris literati and some junipers. We have a little group planting of Fagus carnata and also a forest of Sylvatica. And then if we go outside, then yeah, all the benches are empty, as you see. It's a bit sad, but that's the way it is. I also have some of the smaller plants that I develop for forest and all that stuff. So a lot of Japanese varieties, Acers and Cornus and Stuvatius and Pseudocamellia and blah blah. Purchased on the internet for a few cents, and then they develop slowly. Also have here a few raw materials that will be worked on. And some of you who also watched me and my nephew collect this big guy, big juniper. He's yeah, it's difficult to say how he will manage. I'm unfortunately not that optimistic. He did not come with a very good root system. Yeah, I'll try to craft some ituigavas to the base of the trunk to see if I can help establish a more improved root system. But yeah, that's gonna be difficult. Cross our fingers. Up here I have a Chinese juniper that I'll use for air layers, simply air layer, and then twist them and use them for the rock plantings. So I'll start doing that during the summer. My garden, also with a lot of different Japanese varieties. It is actually a Stuvacia monodelpha and Stuvacia pseudocamellia and Stuvacia serrata, Cornus. This is a Stuvacia chinensis, so not the monodelpha but the chinensis. Also have a Stuvacia monodelpha sitting in here. And a big Acer sitting over there. And then I have this pavilion where I store some of the other trees, some little trees beneath or underneath the table, and a large group planting of Acer palmatums. Over here also some Fagus crenata that I will establish a group or a forest of. And then I have some of the trees that are not happy with freezing cold degrees that we do get here in Denmark. So they are stored in my workshop here. Very small place, but I can keep it frost free, so that's the good part. So I'm not sure how well you see this, but you can see that I have a very big guy sitting here. It's a Quercus vaginea, purchased from Graham Potter a few years back at Nolanders. And this is a small birch that Emil collected. Very nice. Just been doing a rough styling, putting it into this black pot. Prunus marlip in the back, and a big forest here of red maple, and a Fagus crenata forest, and also what used to be a fairly nice forest of Stuvacia monodelpha. It's one of my favorite trees. However, for whatever reason, I simply cannot make them survive. So it might be something with the climate, or whether it got pest or disease or something like that. I'm simply giving up now on Stuvacia monodelpha. It's simply too difficult as a bonsai, at least to me. And then I have just a ulmus that I did some very, very heavy carving on. Let's see how that will develop. This was pretty much it from my winter storage here in Denmark. Thank you for joining and tuning in, and please leave a like or a comment. See you around. Cheers, bye.